Hi, this is Mrs. Parker, counselor from the CSS program at Woodson. I just wanted to take a few minutes to show you all what is available on the Counselor Google Classrooms that I've created for each grade level. There's one for 9, 10, 11th, and 12th graders. I'm going to show you the senior Google Classroom, but please know all of the grade levels are very similar with what's on there. So for parents, the students have this in their Google Drive along with their other classrooms, so they can access this through their Fairfax County account. So on the main page, what they would do is click on classwork. They're all fabulous with knowing how to do all of this. And at the top of each classroom, I have a link to my Bitmoji office, which I've showed students before, and there's other links to get to some different sites. There's a link here to the Student Services site and also to the Student Services resources and documents that I've shared in another video I've created. And so this has a lot of wonderful resources as well. On each classroom too, there's a number of virtual resources for my own children. I think I've shared before, I have 3 kids, a sophomore, 8th grader, and a 5th grader. And we had challenges with all of the many emails that come in with the Google notifications. So both of my sons, we've shut off the notifications so that they can manage their emails a little bit better. But my daughter does like to get a lot of those notifications. So right here is some resources that students can see on how to turn off notifications or to do it with certain classes. I'm not going to go through every document here, but just want to make sure you all know where everything is at. There's some different community resources as well. And also with the college and career planning, there's a link here to the College and Career Resource Center, and there Miss Lee Mosley has a Bitmoji office that has tons of resources for you. So you can link there through here. She has a very cute office there. And I do want to take a couple minutes to show you this post-secondary planning guide. I know everyone's time is so busy, but I really tried to create this document. It's one-stop shopping because I know a lot of families and students get overwhelmed with all of the information out there on how to best plan for after high school. So a couple summers ago, I tried to bring everything into one place so that this could be a guide for you all. It doesn't have everything, but it just has the basics. And this is something that I share every year at the IEP meetings. I either hand a hard copy or I send an electronic copy home. But there's a lot of different tasks for each grade level for what you can do in Naviance, and I'm going to show you some other Naviance resources in a moment. And this is what's recommended by the county to complete every year. And then these timeline activities are something that I didn't come up with on my own, but I pulled from a number of different resources and what I also just felt through my experiences working as a school counselor for a number of years, what would be important for each grade level. Junior year, things do pick up. It gets to be a busier year. And also, please know, you don't have to do all of these activities. It really depends on what your goals are for after high school. And I think I've shared this with many of you before. The thing that I like about my job is that all of your plans are very different. Some of you plan to do more training after high school. Some of you want to get into the world of work. And some of you are looking at 2-year or 4-year colleges. So it's whatever is going to be best for you. There's a number of just different resources with the Career Center, a lot of different sites and links. I try to link everything into this document as well. Right here, I really like these resources and I wanted to make sure that you all were aware of them. I've used, obviously, Family Connection Naviance, and the second one, College Navigator, I just found it to be a great site to use. You can plug in the location you want to look at and also the major. And I just found it to be another great resource to find some colleges that you might have not had on your radar. There's internship information, military information. Some students look into art school after high school, so this is, a great resource to look into that as well. Gap year information, there are specific programs to look into for gap years. I just started linking this year. I get a lot of questions with volunteer information and where to look for that. Testing information, if a student is looking into the SAT or ACT. A lot of schools now are test optional, so there's a site there that has an updated list of those colleges. Resources for first generation college students. I'm hoping this will kind of help guide some different families. If you ever need help looking for more resources, please let me know. It's something that I've been working on. Our LGBTQ plus students and families. I found some awesome resources this past fall, and I really hope that individuals will find this helpful. If you find any other resources, please let me know, and I'll look into adding them. Resources on how to pay for college and how to do the FAFSA. There's some YouTube videos that I found were just simple to look at for that. A lot of resources too for just students with different needs, and other resources in the communities or college, and how to access and look into what supports might be available. A lot of colleges do have learning support programs available, so I linked some of them here. I also have a hard copy of a book that I have, and I can always share that with you as well. Other colleges with learning supports too. Okay, so I really hope this document will be helpful to you all. That's a good place to just look and explore. The county has also created a site for seniors as well. This past fall, Ms. Howard and I did a presentation for seniors. Just know anytime any presentation is done, I will post these to the Google Classroom. They'll also be on the Counselor Google Classroom. We recently had a sophomore presentation, so those slides are on the sophomore site. The sophomore page. And here is the link to the county's next steps resources that are available too. This opportunities workbook is awesome. I try to get an updated book of this whenever I can to share. This is kind of one, when I first look at it, it's like information overload, but hopefully you just kind of look at the things that pertain to you and where you're at with your planning, and hopefully that will help you out. So obviously this is 48 pages, it's a lot, but not all of it's going to pertain to you, but it is a good place to find some different resources. Let me get back. There's a lot of other things here. Here's another video. This one was just shared with me a couple weeks ago. This was created, I think, by another college and career center specialist in the county. And so everything here is hyperlinked. You can play around with those, and this will just help you out, with some other searches and resources that are not just in Naviance. So have fun exploring. So Naviance, I believe you're all familiar with it. If you've been in Fairfax County, students start using this even in middle school. So there's some videos here that just show the basics of how to use and navigate with Naviance. Another college and career representative in the county made these videos, and it's really everything that I would have made in a video as well. So hopefully you'll just take some time and play around with it. I also just want to make sure, I think I've shared this before. Oh, there it is. But the wellness site, the counseling wellness site is linked there. I often get a lot of questions with scholarship and financial aid, so I do my best to have the resources available to you all. testing with SAT and ACT. Really, the main suggestion I always have for students and families is to get connected with College Board. And they have an app for daily practices. And also, once you take a PSAT, it links to your College Board account. And then you can link to Khan Academy to figure out how to do other tutorials. And they link it right with where your scores were for your PSAT to kind of set up appropriate practice for you. It's not difficult to do. It just takes a few moments to do all of that. My daughter and I did that the other night. I don't know if she was too excited about it, but we did it. I try to update this tutor resources list whenever I hear of something new. So it just has like the Math Center hours. If I hear about anything in the area or the Woodson community, I try to put that here so you all have that. It's not a long list, but it's something. And then we have our social emotional resources, and I do plan to add more to that. So that is the end of the tour, and just please reach out if you have any questions with this. I do update this often, and I hope that you'll visit it, and just if there's any other needs that you have, let me know and I can post those resources here for you. Thank you.